Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Final Fantasy 13-2, just starting out here before the Gog Magog fight. So let's get this started.
Cocoon is gone.
Alright, here is the primer on the Sentinel role. An efficient battle strategy is the key to victory. Use the left bumper to perform a paradigm shift to select a paradigm best suited for your current battle situation. When up against a powerful enemy, switch to Twin Shields, a defensive paradigm dominated by Sentinels that can mitigate damage. Gog Magog uses a powerful attack swipe. When you see him about to unleash the attack, press the left bumper to perform a paradigm shift. The Sentinel's role bonus is damage reduction, and switching in an ally designated to this role will immediately activate this passive bonus. This defensive role is crucial when fighting monsters that deal heavy blows. Yeah, but anyways, we're going to swap to Slash and Burn right away. Actually, let me see here if... Oh, we do have a Libroscope. Oh, this isn't gonna... Actually, that's not gonna help me out. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize it, but the Libroscope, it actually does show you the drops as well. Here you can see he's got a common drop of a Phoenix down and then a rare drop of a Power Wristband. I don't think I'm going to redo this battle, because I've actually already done this and I've got a save file that basically has me winning the Power Wristband on it. So... hopefully that doesn't look too weird. You know, in the future I will have that for Noel. I mean, maybe I'll get lucky and we'll actually see it drop here too, but chances are really bad. It's only like a 5% drop rate, so just, you know, anytime you see the swipe though, I'm going to be swapping to the Twin Shields and then just swapping right back. We'll see here if I can get a decent battle rating. No. It's actually really, really difficult to get a 5-star on this battle, but we'll see if that ends up happening here. There's the stagger. Gonna swap to Double Trouble now instead. Once it's staggered, we can get a little bit more damage. Oops, I swapped too late there. We can get a little bit more damage out of the Double Trouble. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a 5-star. It took a little bit too long. Yeah, it's only a 4. Yeah, and didn't get the Power Wristband this time. But again, I've actually got a save file, like I said already, after having redone this. And I should say that is one of the reasons why I saved. So like right at the beginning of the video, you know, I basically saved right before the Gog Magog fight. And if you want to try to get that Power Wristband, all you have to do here is you know, finish this spot. I'll actually just show you. Alright, so there's the Gog Magog Fragment Alpha, and then here's the primer on Fragments. By resolving the anomalies along the timeline, you will obtain special objects known as Fragments. Fragments are memories of time solidified into shards, each containing a valuable piece of knowledge or slice of history. To view which fragments you currently possess, press the Y button to access the main menu and select fragments. There are 160 fragments hidden in the world. Total fragments can tell you how many of them you have discovered. Fragments are very, very important. If you want to, like, you know, fully complete the game, you have to get all 160, which I definitely will be doing. Let's close this. Alright, so at this point, if you want to farm Gog Magog, all you have to do is exit the game, and then just reload your save, obviously, before the Gog Magog fight, which, honestly, I think it's worth it, if you enjoy grinding, but, you know, also depending on your luck, it could take you quite a few tries to actually get it. But that power wristband is a plus 10% physical, stat bonus, right? So it can be very, very nice for Noel, especially early on. Well, I mean, it's always good, right? 10%, it's always going to scale with you. So that's why it's pretty good. But I'm going to just resume because, again, I already have a save file that basically I got that on, and I'll reload that later. But I just want to continue on with the footage here. I actually just noticed here there's a little spot that we need to... There we go. Just needed to explore that to get, the 100% here.
Don't wander off alone.
We made
All right,
it.
let's jump down here. Oh, there's a chest up here. Or a treasure sphere, sorry. Always used to saying treasure chest, but 13 just had to swap it up and make them spheres. Alright, let's examine that.
What is that place? Noel, do you know?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Cocoon? It's not there.
Well, you're looking at a different time. That's the world I come from. In my world, Cocoon doesn't exist. When I was born, the sky was already empty. Tell me, how many years has it been since Ragnarok appeared and Cocoon fell?
Well, it's 3 AF, so that was 3 years ago.
For me, all that happened 700 years in the past. I was born and raised in another time. 700 years in the future.
Yes, I knew it. I knew you weren't from this world.
I'm the last of humanity.
Hey!
Sarah, I can take you there. We can find Lightning together. I know she wants to see you.
You're full of it!
Yeah, that's impossible! Lightning's gone, man.
Godot. Noel, do you know where my sister is?
Come with me.
What's happening?
You see? It's a time gate.
What do you mean? Time gate.
What the? It's like a portal. Lightning is in a place called Valhalla. She's waiting on the other side.
I couldn't turn my eyes away. I knew the answer lay beyond that gate. The answer to my doubts and dreams. On the broad plain beneath Cocoon, my sister once celebrated my marriage to Snow. I remember her smile like it was yesterday. But sometime when I wasn't looking, she disappeared. She was gone as if she'd never been there in the first place. Lightning, are you out there? Did I dream that day on Pulse, or did it really happen? Noel says he can find you, but is he telling the truth? Noel's world was a terrible place where Cocoon did not exist. He had traveled back in time to change that bleak future, or so he told us.
Listen, when different eras overlap, all kinds of crazy stuff happens. Objects from different times get mixed up. If you want to open a gate and travel through time, you have to find one of those objects. They're called artifacts.
Artifacts?
The keys to the future. They're anachronisms, relics of a different world. Basically, things that don't belong in your time. If we can find one, we might be able to use it to open the gate. Then we could cross time and travel to Lightning's world.
Could Noel be telling the truth? Beyond that gate, in a place called Valhalla, is Lightning alive and waiting for me? Can I dare to hope again, after all this time? Oh, how I want to believe. I want my sister back. So much happened the night the meteorite fell. We all had a lot to think about. I wonder if anyone slept. Good morning.
Okay, so this is our next primer on preparing for adventure. You can now access Party Paradigms and the Crystarium. Press the Y button to open the main menu and select these options. Party Paradigms says customize your paradigms, and Crystarium is for developing your characters. If you are not sure how to use these options, detailed information can be found in the battle primers. Let's take a look at our reward here, which should be the golden flower. So that is the live trigger rewards. Let me just see here. So it's doing at least 3 funny answers, but answering 5 total, right? So that is basically the toughest of the rewards to get for the live triggers. Let's go into the paradigms. I'm just going to customize. And actually, all I'm going to do here is swap Slash and Burn and Double Trouble around. And then I'm going to set Slash and Burn as my active. That looks like that's pretty good. Nothing. We don't really need to do anything. Let's do a double Ravager. Sometimes dual casting is worth it. Oops. Dual casting is sometimes useful for. It reminds me of like fighting those Pulsework Knights or the whatever those. Oh, I'm sorry. I think they're just the Pulsework soldiers here, because it'll really boost up that chain gauge really quickly and get them staggered early. But you know, playing around with that can be a little difficult though too, because sometimes you'll just lose your chain if you're not paying attention. Let's go into the Crystarium as well. I'll just kind of show you here what kind of the idea of what to do with the with character development. Generally, I always save my game before I do anything here because it's so easy to screw up your development. I like to do really specialized characters, meaning I focus heavily with on magic for Sarah, and then I do physical for Noel. And so what we're looking to do here is activate large nodes and get the bonuses with for like mostly like Ravager for Sarah, right, to get those the extra magic bonus. Whereas it'll be the kind of the opposite for Noel. I'll just show you an example here. So what we're doing here is this. It looks like her first node is a small node, so we actually want to activate that with the Sentinel class. And then here, the next one is going to be a large one. And for Sarah, again, I want to activate these with the Ravagers because she's going to get a +2 magic bonus by activating that large node. So let's just do this. So she also learns Thunder on that one. Basically, at certain levels or set levels, you'll actually learn skills in that role as well. These skills, though, are role specific. So, like, yes, she learned Thunder, but you can't use Thunder as a commando. You'll only ever use Thunder as a Ravager. So let me just, I'll just show you. So once I hit the accept button, you'll actually see the bonus pop up. So there's +2, and then there's +2 HP. That's just, you'll always get that. Basically the first set of stats you'll always get, but then the roll bonus will pop up afterwards. So it looks like this is another small node, so we're going to activate that with Sentinel again, and she actually learns Steel Guard there. You can actually see too at the bottom right hand corner it says next available ability. So for Sentinel, her next ability that she'll learn is Element Guard, but she won't get that until level 10, and she's a Sentinel level 3 right now. Next up is going to be, so for Ravager, she'll get Flame Strike, but she won't get that until level 6, which means, and it looks like just off the top of my head here, like quick math, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it there. So let's activate this. She gets the +7 just for activating the node, and then the bonus is the +2 again for the magic. Again, a small node here, so activating that with Sentinel. Here's another large, so we'll activate that with Ravager. Yeah, we're going to run out. And there's another, there's the Ravager bonus. Here's the Sentinel node, and I'm out. Yeah, I'm out of Chrysogen points already. So just short, actually. If I would have had just a little bit more, I could have learned Flame Strike on this and then got the the bonus for the Ravager. But anyways, let's back out here and we'll work on Noel. Noel, unlike Sarah, actually starts out with a large node. And the Commando has a +2 strength bonus. So I'm going to activate that right away. There you go. There's the Commando bonus of +2. We'll activate this small node with Sentinel, which also learns him Metaguard. And then here's another Commando Blitz ability learning. Next up is a small node, so we'll do Sentinel here. Looks like another, actually, he has 3 small nodes right in a row, which is a little annoying, but that's just the way he works. And then we're going to end there with another Commando bonus at the end with that large node. So that is all the CP he's got as well. And actually you can see there, let me just, can I see that again? Yeah, so you can see the current abilities that he's got as well. So you can see their ability Commando there. It says, and he's got Attack, Ruin, and Blitz. So those are the 3 different abilities that he has for that job. For Ravager, he only has Blizzard. Sentinel, he has Provoke, Metaguard, and Fringe Ward. And also you can see here, if you press the right trigger, you can look at the passive ability summary. So, whoops. Oh. I guess not. I mean, Fringe Ward is a passive. I don't know why I can't see that. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, all right. So that's the Crystarium for now. Let's back out of here, and we'll get going here with the live triggers. The first live trigger is with LeBro here, so we'll just talk to her first.
Morning.
And if you want to go with the funny options, you need to go with Good Morning, Kupo.
LeBro, good morning. Kupo. Good morning, Kupo. You win. I can't compete with morning people. Mornings are what I do best.
All right. LeBro's a morning person. I am not a morning person, so she's just completely foreign to me. Don't understand her. Don't understand anyone who is. All right, we can talk to some of the other characters in here just for some flavor, so we'll just do that.
Meet outside once you're ready, okay?
Okay.
You were up late last night, Mackie. Big project?
Project? Yeah, I was working on something for Snow. That thing, you know.
That'll be more obvious what he's talking about later.
So, you're just taking him at his word? He says he's from the future, but where's the proof?
I guess you're right. It's just hard after I had that dream about lightning. You know what I mean?
All right, let's talk to Godot.
Hey, Sarah. Listen, what's the deal with you and that Noel guy anyway?
If I said I was going with him, would you stop me?
Let you run off with some con artist? I'd beat him half to death first.
Oh, big bro. He's such a good big bro. All right, let's go. Get out of here.
Sarah, wait up for me.
All this talk about artifacts and gates and time travel, to be honest, I don't know if I'm ready to believe it.
Sarah, there's still so much I don't understand myself. If we can actually find an artifact, then I'll know what I've been saying is true. And once we open the gate, you'll be able to put some of your doubts to rest as well. So what do you think? Will you search for the answers with me?
Alright, so here's the Moogle's Bauble. When searching for artifacts and treasure spheres, pay attention to the Moogle's Bauble. It will glow when in the vicinity of special items and other treasures. Find the places that trigger the Moogle's Bauble and examine the uncovered treasure using the A button.
Give me a chance and I'll prove that it's true.
Let's see here. Yeah, you need to speak with Noel right away.
I'll answer as best I can.
There is no funny answer here, so let's go with, how do you know lightning?
How do you know lightning?
I met her for the first time in Valhalla. I thought I was done for, and when I called the goddess's name, she appeared. Is your sister some sort of deity?
Of course not. She became l'Cie and turned to crystal. She did it to protect Cocoon.
So, the lightning I met in Valhalla is someone else then?
I'm going to go right back up here and explore this little spot of the house. Just make sure that we're getting everything all explored here. There's a little spot right in there too. Alright, so it's very, very important to do this stuff in the right order. If you just kind of run over, what would it be, to the, I guess, east. Yeah, it's that direction over there. If you go over there and start some of those conversations, you will not be able to do all of the live triggers. So we need to go right over here first to where the knife is at and interact with this spot here.
What?
Is that the artifact?
This is Lightning's knife. I keep it in my room, but how did it get out here? Hey, look there. Snow!
Sarah!
Come on.
Okay.
It's her knife. I found it near the base of the pillar.
Snow.
Sarah, I'm sorry. She must be inside the pillar. Lightning's holding up Cocoon, along with Vanille and Faye.
Wait, what are you talking about? She was right here a second ago. I saw her. We talked. She gave us her blessing. I won't forget that moment. Lightning was happy. Happy that Snow and I were getting married. She laughed and said congrats.
Sarah.
But then,
Sarah.
all of a sudden, Lightning disappeared. She was gone, like she was never there to begin with. No one else remembered her smiling and laughing. No one but me.
All your friends think your sister is inside that pillar.
I was scared. People said I was dreaming. They said I was just making up stories so that I didn't have to face the truth.
Listen, Sarah. Your memories are the truth. Lightning is alive. The question is, why are you the only one who remembers?
Okay, so this is this is the next live trigger. There is no funny answer for this one. So this is only I remember Lightning being there on the plane. Why don't the others? And I think that the best answer here, actually, and the one that makes the most sense, is I can see different futures.
Perhaps I saw a different future.
You're talking about another possibility. A world that might have been.
Does such a world exist? A place where my sister is still alive? Weird. The knife looks like it's been polished.
Maybe someone was cleaning it out here and then forgot about it. I don't think this is our artifact, though. Let's keep looking.
Okay, so this is the conversation right here that you need to have this with Noel right away. This is the conversation that's actually easily missable. Basically, if you do conversations or the live triggers out of order, you know, or you do some of the other stuff to the east first, and then you interact with the knife, this conversation will not appear. So again, just make sure that you're doing this right away.
Anyway.
No one knows. Only that it's something that doesn't belong in this time.
Okay, so this is the first option. Oh, I'm sorry. No. There's a conversation here that on subsequent times coming through, you actually can do a funny conversation for this one, but it doesn't appear for the first. Basically, what you have to do is complete the new Bodum and then go into the next area, which is going to be the Brescia Ruins, and then there's a gate seal, and gate seals basically seal up the area and kind of reverse the events of that time period, and it's basically just a way to redo live triggers that you maybe didn't like, or you weren't able to complete the first time around. So, but anyways, for your first trip through this conversation, there is no funny option, so we don't need to worry about that. But anyways, so it says, an artifact is something that doesn't belong in this time. What else can Noel tell me? Yeah, let's go with who told you about them.
Did someone in the future tell you about gates and artifacts?
Yeah, but now all I have is memories. I wish I'd thought to ask more questions while I had the chance. These disturbances are all happening in the area around the impact site. I'd say our best bet is to search around the town.
Okay, I'm gonna chat with this person here. This is Nell, and she's actually gonna start our first quest.
Hey, you guys. Did you see a medical kit lying around anywhere? I thought I'd left one in Nora House, but I can't seem to find it. I'm guessing someone had a use for it during that ruckus yesterday. Pulse is a dangerous place, and I don't have the supplies to deal with serious injuries. If you find the kit, can you bring it to me?
Alright, so it says, New Bodum 3AF, Nora member Nell is missing the medical kit someone used last night during the monster's invasion. Search New Bodum for the item and return it to her. And so we'll just accept
Thank
this.
you. My other kits are practically empty, and we still have people to treat. I put in an order for supplies, but deliveries take forever to arrive. I'm counting on you.
Well, count on me. Let's chat with some more people here.
Sorry to tell you, the mountain path is off limits. Cadeau's orders. We can't go near the meteorite right now.
Wait, I remember, wasn't there another path along the shore?
Now that you mention it, there is another route along the shore that the surfers use. There's a path that appears when the tide's low. You can't use it right now, though.
Surfers, those dastardly surfers. Alright, let's go chat with LeBro. Actually, where did Godot go? Oh, he's over there. I'll end up talking with him in a little bit, too. Let's chat with her, though.
You know, I was thinking, if Noel here really is from the future, he must be pretty curious about this time period.
That's true. We should probably explain a few things.
I'm all ears.
We were all born and raised on Cocoon, but 3 years ago, our home basically fell out of the sky. We couldn't rely on the Broken Foul Sea anymore. So, most of us made the decision to move to Pulse.
Weren't there millions of people living on Cocoon? That must have been pretty cramped.
Well, it was. But on Pulse, we had to deal with new hardships, like vicious monsters and a lack of provisions.
Sounds like a rough time.
Yeah, but eventually things settled down, and some former military types helped get things organized. Now there's a growing town at the base of Cocoon's pillar. The guys who used to be in charge are long gone.
How did you end up in this place, then?
Our leader, Snow, suggested we live somewhere near the ocean. We used to live in a seaside town on Cocoon, so it was like we were rebuilding our home. Snow and the rest of us were used to fighting monsters and getting our hands dirty. So we pretty much settled back into our old way of life.
Snow's not around right now, so we do the best we can. But if Lightning were back, everything would be so much better.
So for everyone here, your sister being gone is the reality. Odd.
Okay, let's see here. We can talk to Mackie next.
I think Mog has found it.
I'll bet you anything it's that guy for sure. He looks totally guilty.
What's that now?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Hey there, Sarah. Sorry, but I'm not letting anyone near that meteorite just yet.
Alright then. Hey Godot, what do you think those artifact things are? You know, the keys Noel was talking about.
How should I know? Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So, you do know something?
No, I got no idea. You're not actually swallowing any of that crap, are you?
I have to give him a chance at least.
Alright, let's go to the end of the pier. There we go. That explored. Get out of the way, Noel. Come on.
Why do I have to fix the leaky roof?
Hello there, Miss Farron.
Oh, hi there. This might be a strange question, but have you seen something that shouldn't exist?
It's a strange question, all right. I wish I could help you, but I've been pretty busy with security duty. Frankly, these days, lots of things seem out of the ordinary.
Oh, yeah, I know. The people here are counting on you guys to protect them. They couldn't survive without Nora.
Well, we can't ask them to fight off the monsters themselves. At least things have improved in these past few years. When the town was first built, Nora was in charge of keeping everyone safe and working the fields. Let me tell you, living on Cocoon, you don't learn to grow vegetables.
Okay.
Hi, Sarah. Did you find one of those artifact things?
Not yet. Have you been looking too?
I'd try if I had any idea what I was looking for. You know, Sarah...
What?
Never mind. Forget it.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on here? Alright. Let's go do our first,
I wish Mom could have seen this detail.
first interaction here with the bauble.
Wait, the cat isn't an artifact, is it?
No, I don't think so. Maybe the cat could have picked up the artifact.
After her!
Stay on her, Mom.
Cats have been on edge ever since that rock fell out of the sky. I've never heard them sound so excited.
Alright. Just getting excited over meteorites.
The sentry bots are really useless.
The sound of the waves remind me of Bodum.
Are you looking for your kitty? That one over there is ours, you know. So don't take him.
I'll take your cat if I want.
When I was
If
on
it's cute
Cocoon,
enough,
I
I'll
did
take it.
nothing but watch vid shows.
Let's go down here
Honestly
really
thought we were
quick
being
just to
attacked by a foul sea.
explore that little spot.
Snow, so this is where you got to. The artifact isn't here, huh?
Snow?
Koopal? Oh yeah, she's my pet. Koopal? Huge found her and brought her home.
Hey, I don't see why not.
I think we should keep her too. Just as long as she doesn't make a mess in my workshop. Hey, girl.
Are you sure you can look after her?
Can't we all do it? I mean, we are one big family, right?
Yeah, right.
Mac, you'll do it.
You too.
Thanks. She's adorable.
She really does have a face.
I thought I could hide it from them, but they knew. They saw right through me. I'd lost lightning, and then snow. But those guys, they really tried to cheer me up.
So it hasn't been all bad.
No, not at all. Life is harder here compared to back on Cocoon. But everyone sticks together. Even in the tough times, we have each other. That helps.
Those friends of yours are like family, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an option for a funny response, and that is the cat is my only family.
This is why I can't just leave.
like animals that much.
Yep.
We're way off track.
Where else should we look?
Mog, help us out here.
Yeah, help us out here, Mog. Get on it. All right, let's head over here to the vegetable garden. There's another live trigger up here. Oops. There we go. All right, so right here.
Oh, wow. You grow vegetables?
What? You mean you don't?
Well, the soil is barren. Nothing will grow at all. We have to survive by hunting. It's that or starve.
Yesterday, you said you were the last of humanity. What did you mean?
Just what I said. When I was born, there were fewer humans in the world that live in this village. After a while, I was the only one left.
Okay, this is another option for a funny response, and that is, so you're like an endangered animal.
So if we don't keep you safe, the human race will die out completely?
Hey, I'm not gonna let you lock me up, you know.
Lock them up. All right, let's interact with the kids here.
Good morning. These are my students. I teach their classes.
A school teacher, huh?
Right! I'm so glad you're all safe. Yeah. Now, did everyone do their homework?
I did mine, because I didn't want you getting mad at me like the last time.
Seems like you'd be soft on kids, but you're pretty strict, huh?
Hey, not that bad. Come on. You know, I'm only strict because my teacher was strict. Lightning must have rubbed off on me.
My grandmother was a teacher, too. She taught me everything I know. She taught me about Grand Pulse and its history.
Okay, so this is the conversation about Noel's grandmother. I don't think that there are... Yeah, there's no funny response to this one either. Let's go with... What was she like?
What was your grandmother like?
I was always her favorite. She kind of spoiled me. She lived until she was 50, so she had a lot to teach me.
50? She was still so young.
Lifespans were longer during this age. If my grandmother were still alive, I could have learned so much more. I could have handled things better.
That's the kid I was looking for. I knew my eyes weren't playing tricks on me.
It's Mackie! I better get out of here!
Hey, what's he got there?
Let's follow him.
It's Mackie. I gotta get out of here. All right.
Hey, kid.
This town reminds me of Bodum.
Did I talk to this person? I feel like I did. Was she over? Let's see.
Things are almost back to normal on Cocoon. Thanks to the provisional government the army created.
Yeah, I think that was the gal that was over there before. What this guy?
What was Godot up to?
Sarah, who's your friend?
Someone from a faraway place. Noel, is there anything you want to ask?
Tell me more about this town.
We, used to live in a place called Bodum. That's where we created Nora. But we had to find another place to live after that incident 3 years back. We left Cocoon and created this town.
Wow. So that big guy's in charge, huh?
He's strong like an ox. But he's no leader. Here in town, LeBrow's actually in command. She is the head of Nora, after all. At least, for now.
Don't listen to him. Godot and LeBrow have important roles, but without Yuge, we'd never agree on anything. And who knows what we'd do without Mackie's gadgets.
So the four of them together make the perfect leader. Well, what about Sarah? What's her role?
Huh. She's a grade school teacher. A really strict one, too.
He's teasing again.
All right, let's do it. Let's get out of here.
Where are you running from?
Watch it. Don't go that way.
Oh, gotcha.
Work with me.
What was that thing they extracted from the meteorite? How goes it?
Take a little detour over here, grab his chest. Iron bangle.
How goes it?
Hey, what's up?
There, now we've got you.
Miss Farron?
Okay, so here's another option for a funny reply, and that's I'll buy you lunch for a year.
You want to tell me what's going on? If you do, I'll buy you LeBros's special lunch every day for a year.
A whole year?
Not sure about your style of discipline, Miss Farron.
All right. Talk to this live trigger doesn't matter, but we'll just say talk to Miss Farron. Promise I won't get mad.
Why did you run away? I promise I won't get mad if you tell me.
I know you say you won't get mad at me, but I can't tell you. I don't want to get yelled at.
The kid was trying to get away from Mackie. I bet you anything he was up to no good.
Okay. And then this conversation doesn't matter. These options don't matter either. Let's just go with why did you run from Mackie?
You were running from Mackie, weren't you? Did you do something you weren't supposed to?
I was watching him work on the robot, and then I saw it and I just couldn't help myself.
This ought to be good. And then what happened?
All right. In here again, this option doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go with I don't want to yell at you.
I hope you're not misbehaving. It makes me sad when my students don't behave.
I'm sorry, Miss Farron. Guess I'll own up. The truth is, I sold something for Mackie.
And that's why he was chasing you?
What did you take?
This necklace. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Hey, wait! What was he doing with this anyway?
That belongs to Mackie, doesn't it?
No, it's mine. It's a reminder of a promise a good friend made me.
Sarah, I believe you. Your sister's alive. She's out there somewhere.
Thank you, Snow.
Here, you hang on to this for a while. When I come back, it'll be with Lightning. Then there's no way she can say no to us getting married.
Okay,
Okay.
And that was the last time I saw Snow. The memories I had of Lightning standing on the plain beneath Cocoon. He was the only one who believed them enough to do something. That's why I've been waiting here.
And doing nothing, right? Lightning and Snow are long gone, but you still sit here and wait. Why didn't you go after them?
Okay, this conversation doesn't have a funny response either, so I'm just going to go with, well, I wanted to follow him.
I wanted to go. I wish I had.
It's not too late. You can leave now if that's what you really want.
I know, but I just can't.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't pressure you. In the end, the decision has to be yours.
Alright, let's head back. There's going to be one more conversation with Noel on the way back. Right here.
I got a question for you. Who's this Snow person? Boyfriend?
Okay, so this is another option for a funny response, and you want to go with, he's like this really cool guy.
He's just this super cool guy, you know? He doesn't care about the way he looks, but that just makes him so much cooler.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great, I guess. Maybe we should...
And he's not just kind, he's reliable too. He always means what he says, and you can totally trust his word. I mean, he's my hero. Oh, and I know you're thinking no one's perfect. I know he has his flaws, and sometimes he makes me so mad, but I love that about him too. No other guy can compare to my hero.
I get it. Can we just get back to...
He has this amazing body, and his face is so handsome. He's tall and broad, and he makes me feel so safe.
Oh, and even though he's big and tough, he can be so adorable. That's my Snow. You done asking?
I'm done. Yeah, thanks for all the detail.
Okay, so I guess that's the events that shouldn't occur keep occurring.
Part of me wants to do the funny responses like later and do more serious ones for the walkthrough, but you know, the funny response rewards are just so much harder to get because the conversations have to be so specific. But yes, I mean they are funny, most of them anyway. But some of them, I think a lot of the responses would be better if they were more like informational or like plot related. But yeah, like I said, I think for the walkthrough, I'm just gonna keep doing the funny ones just because they're so much more difficult to get. I should have got the medical kit, but I'll do that later.
No artifact yet, huh?
No, instead, my things are showing up in places they shouldn't be.
I wonder if someone's trying to mess with us.
I doubt it. No one here would do something like that.
I guess not. Unless they think they're doing the right thing.
It might not be a person at all. I mean, with time and space being warped everywhere, anything could happen, really.
Right. And that's how your things ended up out here? It's not a bad theory. Okay, so maybe we should ask if anyone else is missing stuff.
Let's head to the house and find out.
Yeah, let's actually go do the let's go grab the medical kit. I really should have. I didn't even think about it, but I should have grabbed that while we were way over here anyway. But I could have eliminated some backtracking, but that's all right. Nope, I'm not gonna be able to run from these guys. Yeah, the, the battle ratings are really tight at the beginning of the game. You just have to kind of really be on it. At least on normal. I don't know about easy. I've never played on easy mode. I assume it's probably quite a bit easier to get the better ratings, but and it actually will get significantly easier to hit those target times once we get our third party member, which, if you've played the game, you'll already know is Monster, which I think is actually really cool. It's one of the coolest things about this game. Oh shoot! Oh, okay, we can't get it yet. Okay, well, never mind. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that that area is blocked off right now. Okay, well, now I feel a little bit better. Sort of. Jump over these guys. Not interested. Okay, let's head back into the house. I believe we've done all of the conversations, or the live triggers, so we're good to go. Yeah, and here we'll get our reward.
That mirror, it was never there before.
Hey, check it out.
Wait. Okay, what is that? How did that happen?
It's a twist in time. Something that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
I think this is an artifact.
We found an artifact, just as Noel said we would. Does this mean everything else he said is true? Did he really meet Lightning in Valhalla? Maybe. Once I step through the gate, I'll be leaving my friends, my students, and the village for who knows how long. Can you tell me, Lightning? Do I dare believe this man?
Okay, now we just have to head for the gate.
I don't get it. What was that artifact doing in the mirror?
Well, the mirror must have belonged to someone else in the past. Or the future, wherever it came from. It didn't belong here in this time.
Scary stuff.
Scary indeed. Alright, well, here's our reward. And there it is, the summary parasol. So that is for doing all 11 live triggers and including 4 or more funny answers. So yeah, that's the more difficult item to get there. The other reward for New Bodom, the second day of New Bodom, is the Aqua Ribbon, and that's for just you know, answering 11 live triggers, but not enough funny responses. So, anyways, let's move out.
I'm going to take this artifact and open that gate. But you still don't trust me, do you? I can see it in your eyes. If there's anything you're wondering about or don't believe, just ask, and I'll try to explain.
Well, there is one thing. What is it you want, exactly?
A future that has people in it. I lived at the end of days. I was the very last child to be born. As I grew up, everyone I knew died, one by one, until eventually it was just me. All their dreams fell on my shoulders. I was their last hope. It was too much, so I left. Sure, maybe I couldn't go home again. Maybe I couldn't make everyone happy. But at the very least, I could rebuild a future where everyone could survive. So I went through the gate. I wasn't thinking very clearly then. I had a dream, but I didn't think it all out. I didn't know what it really meant. But once I got here and saw how you and your friends live in this village, I knew my dream could come true. In Valhalla, your sister gave me a chance. She gave me hope. The future can be changed. That's what she told me, and I believe her.
I understand. Thank you, Noel. Thank you for telling me that.
You want to take a moment to say goodbye before we leave?
Thanks. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, that's kind of cute. I don't think I ever really thought about that before, but, you know, Noel says seeing, you know, you and your friends here made me realize that, you know, basically building a new future was possible. And that's because, you know, obviously they are from New Bodom, from Cocoon, and, you know, there was basically no future anymore in Cocoon, and so they came here to Grand Pulse to build a future here instead. So, yeah, that's that was pretty cute. Don't think I ever really thought about that, you know, the other times I've played. What's this guy doing? Are you sleeping? Or did you wipe out, bro? You all right?
Miss Farron, are you leaving us?
Why do you say that?
It's just that some people were talking, and it would be lonely if you left.
There's no need to feel lonely. Don't worry. This is my home. I love it here. If I do leave, I'll always come back. I promise.
Oh, that's cute. Let's see what some of the other Nora folks have to say. Is LeBron here yet?
If you ever need a good meal, you just come on back here. There's a Nora special with your name on it.
Thank you, LeBro.
Aw, I want a pretty necklace too.
I could use a Nora special, actually.
LeBro made me dessert to thank me for taking care of her. All right, Pump.
Anybody else over here? I'm not really seeing anybody.
All right, Pumps, follow me.
Okay, yeah, it looks like the three Nora the kid wiped out again over there. it's the clumsiest kid ever.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you find out anything more about the meteorite?
Well, to be perfectly honest, not much at all. We did send out a warning to Cocoon, though. Their new provisional government might send help.
I hope so. But I wouldn't count on it. I hear they're having a hard time keeping Cocoon together as it is.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Apparently, the provisional government is taking over what used to be the job of the fal'Cie. And us Nora members are taking over what should be the job of the government. I guess we have to rely on ourselves.
Well, the rebels, it sounds like. All right, let's go do the the quest now.
So we should head towards Cocoon, right?
I know. It must be strange to have it there, always watching over you.
Oh, can we switch leaders yet? No. Okay. Eventually, you'll be able to, you know, choose who is leading the party. I usually have Noel as the leader instead. I don't know why. Noel keeps getting knocked down and he's like rolling around on the ground.
We should just close this area off.
Everybody's clumsy.
There's still monsters around. Keep a lookout.
I will. You be careful too, Noel.
Down here in like the low, like the tidal area, there's a rare monster, but
The only weird thing going on here.
You mean like your friends and the way they act? Understandable, though. Guess it's not every day someone like me drops in from the future unannounced.
No, even before that. Everything's been off for the last 3 years. Ever since Lightning disappeared.
You say she's disappeared, but I know where she is. She's in Valhalla. I'll take you to her. I promise.
If you're heading to the gate, take this shortcut. Godot said you were free to come and go as you please.
oh, well, that's nice of him. Anyways, yeah, down here in this area there is a rare enemy. I don't know if I'm gonna look for it. Definitely not now, but maybe once monsters are unlocked. Here you can kind of see there's a floating thing out of phase. We can't do anything with it yet, though. We need to go to the next area, which is the Brescia Ruins, in order to get the ability to kind of or reveal that. So we'll have to make a trip back here later.
We need more recruits.
Phoenix Downs galore over here. Alright, so I think we need to head up this way now. Up in this corner here. I see it. Avoid that battle. There's the medical kit. Usually, like, plot related or like quest related things are found in those kind of like square treasure boxes, as opposed to treasure sphere. Like, there will never be a like a quest related item in a treasure sphere. Not that that's, you know, super important information.
Come on and get it, you monsters!
Just one of those things. All right, let's we'll have to, you know, head all the way back here. Probably gonna end up in that fight. Nope. Oh, lucky. Got just out of range there before the timer was up. Boing.
Yes, that's it. You found my kit. I've been using this kit since I lived on Cocoon. Couldn't believe I'd lost it. It's funny how you get attached to these things. I'm sorry it's not much of a reward, but here. Ever seen a rock like this? I found it just over there. Do me a favor and try not to get yourselves hurt. I've got enough patients already. There aren't many people who like to play nurse around here.
All right, there's the heart prism. 50 CP. That's so bad. That is a really weak CP increase. It's like not even half of a like one movement spot on the Crystarium. All right, well that is basically all that we can do here in New Bodhum. So we'll head on down to the gate. I'm gonna save before there's actually another Gogamog fight, but I'll save right before that, and I think that'll be the end of the video. It's ended up being a very, very long one, but I wanted to keep everything together with that Gogamog fight, all the live triggers and the reward, and this is about it right here as far as we can go. These guys up here real quick.
Sorry.
All right, that is going to be it for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.